Welcome back to Bad Attitude C-10. Today we'll be installing our chrome moly crossmember we picked up from Skyview Racecars out of Oklahoma.
Alright guys, welcome back to Bad Attitude C-10. Today I'm by myself, so we're going to try flipping this frame over and installing our new tubular chrome moly crossmember that we picked up from Skyview Racecars out of Oklahoma. My sidekick Daryl's not with me today, he's a little under the weather, so our first task is trying to flip this frame over so I can drill the lower holes for the crossmember and keeping from my fat ass having to kill on the floor. So I'm going to attempt to use a cherry picker, a chain, and a few scraps I picked up at Harbor Freight and flip this frame, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, now with that clusterfuck averted, had a little asshole pucker up moment there for a minute when my jacks slid. But we got it clipped up, and now I'm going to go over and show you how the whole alignment on this frame is going to have to be modified. Alright guys, I don't know how well this is going to work, but the way this is supposed to happen is the very back hole where the factory crossmember was, you install a bolt, and then you're going to have 1, 2, 3 that you're going to have to drill out. And these are elongated holes, so once they're drilled out, we'll be able to drill this hole right here, this hole right here, and this hole right here. And that will have to be done on both sides. So we're going to drill the ones that would be on bottom. Now since our frame's upside down, it'll be the top hose. And that's going to keep me from having to get on the ground and roll around like a fat one-legged man. So let me get the center punch out and start marking these guys. Alright guys, as I mentioned, I'm going to drill these bottom 3 holes. And what I'm going to do, since there's a gap between the new crossmember and the frame, these on bottom, which are on top because the frame's upside down, will be able to slide because they're slotted. These will be able to pull the frame this way. So what we're going to do is whenever we drill the hose, we're going to drill the hose as far inward as we can. That way it gives the frame movement. So I hope that makes sense to y'all.
Well, that's going to wrap this one up. We'll show you a complete picture of this one after we touch up the frame portions that we saw were bad. Whenever we do the front suspension, we'll get you a good pic of the chrome moly crossmember before we complete it. As always, like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, you can reach us at texasdragracer@yahoo.com.